Man, doing good, man. How about yourself?
Let me forget about it's all about you right now. Let me just give you one of these right quick, bro. Let me give you one of these right quick. Because I feel like every year, bro, you give us one of those. Whether it's Geechee, Mad Flex, and now Sheet Happens, brother. I gotta tell you, man, that was an amazing battle, brother. For real.
I appreciate that.
For real.
I appreciate that.
What's the feedback you've been getting though?
I feel like man, the feedback caught both of us by surprise. I was texting Sheet after the battle. I'm like, yo, they love it. That's crazy. Like, I think both of us was kind of like, I think both of us was mentally preparing for some backlash because of just how, you know, unorthodox both of our styles are, and how, like, you know, I think we probably like traumatized from, like, you know, a history of trying to like establish ourselves and you know, establish our styles. So like we both was kind of like pacing ourselves a little bit. But man, the feedback, I think we anticipated, like, you know, the possibility of getting some positive feedback, but I think this is more positive feedback than either of us expected.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes, God is good, man.
God is all the time. Shout out to A-Ward. But when the battle got announced, well, hold on. When the battle got announced, though, Jay, I'm pretty sure you got good feedback when it was announced, because a lot of us bloggers and fans, we were saying, yo, this could be battle of the night when we saw the card.
Yeah. You know, man, I mean? that was another thing I think surprised us. Like, I didn't expect like so much excitement. I was thinking this might be a sleeper battle. Like people might be like, oh, Sheet and Jay on the card, like, that's what's up, man. But Arson and Chef, like, you know, like, it felt like we got just as much excitement as them, and it was a dope experience all around. Like, definitely a humbling experience.
Wow, humbling experience. Wow, really interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what people are saying right now. I mean, it's early in the year, right? So we can do the semantics and play this game right now. But right now on paper, right, because the battle dropped, people are saying battle of the year right now. As of right now, people are saying Sheet Happens and Jay the Nitewing is right now, in January 30th, right? That right now is the best battle of 2025. You know what I mean? And like I said to you, brother, I'm not surprised, because, dog, let me tell you something about you, man. As a blogger, writing your bars down on paper and trying to read your shit, I do no service reading Jay the Nitewing bars. I do zero service the way you write, sir. I just butcher your shit up. I can't rap like you. I can't do it like you do, sir. I try to, but it's hard. Okay, brother. But man, your pen game is phenomenal, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate the attempt, man. You know, I appreciate the attempt. I appreciate the love, man. Like, at the end of the day, that's what really matters to me. You know what I mean? That's dope, though. But nah, as far as, like, you know, be a battle of the year, hey, I'll take what I can get, man. If we battle of the year for you know, January 30th, and that changes February 6th, like, hey, we had a great run.
Because Jay, look at this right now. We're getting dope announcements, but we just got a fire battle on top of that. Now, we're getting dope announcements and just had a fire battle in between all the great announcements of battles that we're getting. So right now, I love battle rap right now, Jay. I love it. No bullshit, no gimmick, just straight rapping, what you and She just gave us, and we're getting dope announcements. I love what's going on right now. Right now, brother.
Man, me and Sheed are one of many battlers that are really trying to, like, just because, you know, drama and politics and things like that's just like something that comes with the culture, and it's something I've struggled with, like, even, you know, either A, participating in, or B, just being associated with. I've struggled with that, you know, a lot, but I've learned, you know, to kind of, like, you know, just accept it. You know what I mean? That it's just gonna, it's a thing that's a part of not just this culture, but like, you know, just society in general. Drama, gossip, politics, and then, you know, some more things that like just shouldn't even be present, but you know, it just kind of is what it is. I think me and Sheed are one of many that do our best to like reset the course to like to where where our attention should be going. And yeah, I'm proud of us, man. Like I
Yeah.
feel like we did a good job of that, at least for this week, you know.
Right? There's some next bullshit happens, right? Right, Jay?
Man, we just one headline away from
Right, right. But see, that's
the
the
fight
dope thing.
goes on.
Are you happy about this? Also, the fact, like, because I say this a lot. I say this a lot about Rum Nitty, right? Where Rum Nitty battles, you know, a lot of guys are good at promo, Jay. A lot of guys are good at promo, but when it's time to rap, they don't be saying shit. Right? They don't be a lot of these dudes don't be saying shit. Don't promo game, but the raps, yeah, the raps okay, my guy. You feel me? But for you and Sheed, not to have no drama, nobody was talking no shit before the battle, nothing too crazy, right? And they just give us bars, and that's just what battle rap is. At the end of the day, it's still about the raps, even though people act like it's not about the raps anymore. It's still about the goddamn raps at the end of the day, right? And y'all brothers just a living, man. And for you, bro,
Yeah.
you have a very distinctive voice and you can rap. Does that help you out a lot though? Because you have both those attributes.
Yeah. I think at least for me and Sheed at least he's a great promoter, you know, of his battles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen him do like skits and whatnot, but I think what me and Sheed wanted for this battle, I think me and Sheed just needed like a different kind of tone to set with our battle. Plus a lot of promotion, like you could get creative with promotion, but like the best kind of promotion happens like organically. It's just like creative ideas. Like they aren't forced. You know what I mean? Like we're not the type to like force narratives or you know, create tension that isn't, you know, actually
Right.
there. But you know, there's some battles that are a lot easier to promote in that way because the tension is real or the creativity of it just, you know, happens organically. But yeah, like I think people like Sheed, Anderson Burris, like they're great with that kind of comedic uh, comedic promotion. So, but me myself, I've never really been too big on promoting. I've been, you know, I lean more on just like the writing and the prepping, mainly because that's, you know, as my history will showcase, that's what I need to be focused on.
Right.
I don't need to be promoting battles as much as I need to be preparing for them. So, um, but that's not to say like in the future, like, you know, a battle takes place and I just have I come up with a creative way to promote it and, you know, and then take that route. But it's never gonna be forced from me, like at least on my side of things.
When you write these crazy, these dope bars of yours, right? Are you at the crib like, damn, I really wrote that shit? You have to say that sometimes, bro. Come on now. I know you're a humble dude, man, but you ever at the crib be like, damn, this shit is fire?
Yo, three, I'm not gonna lie, man. It's never while I'm writing it or getting ready for the battle. It's always after the battle when I'm watching the footage back. Especially this battle, man. I'm like watching this battle back and I'm like, damn, I was getting crazy a little bit. Like, oh shit. And I see people like, yo, Jay's the greatest writer. I'm sitting here stressing, like, I don't even know how I did that shit. Like, oh man, they about to find out I'm a fraud, bro. Like, how am I supposed to do this, man? Like, and then I end up doing it again, and I'm just like, man, I was worried about nothing, man. Yeah, man, I got this. Like, but honestly, man, like, if I had to like write a formula, Uh, bro, like I truly believe like maybe 10% of it is just me like constantly trying to write and write better. But the other 90%, man, that's God's right there. Like I can't even touch
Wow.
that because I don't, like I don't really understand where it comes from. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I can't sit here
Really?
and say like, yeah, like, oh, it's just a simple process. Like I just did this, I got the game figured out. Like, nah, not really. You know, um, it's much more of a blessing than it is, the work. At least in
Mm.
my opinion.
Dog, when you saying shit like as a writer, you sacrifice relevance, you choose embellishment and a beauty mark from a blemish, and you're overselling it. Must be a Maryland element. Like, what the fuck is that? Dog, I don't know where you be coming up with the shit you be coming up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah,
what's your favorite round of the battle?
man. Uh, I think definitely the third. I almost want to say the second too.
I love your second though.
I really love all three rounds, but
Right?
Sheed's third and my third, I love watching how those two complement each other. Like, yeah, I had like
What?
a dark kind of energy, and he had like a um, rebellious kind of energy. Like it was like, yeah, that's what it felt like. It felt like a king versus a a, a rebel soldier. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like it
mm.
was like Moses versus the Pharaoh. Like I'm the Pharaoh and he's Moses. Like
Moses. Mm.
that that it was fire. It was definitely dope.
What, as a battle rapper, educate me, Jay. When do you know that, okay, we have one where the coach says one of those? When do you, is it during the battle, after the battle, or like, is it, when do you know that, okay, we have something here, bro. We have something here, man.
Um, I suspected it way before the battle,
Damn.
because
Okay.
we as like creatives, like we see potential. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about my potential, and I'm looking at Sheed's potential, and I'm like, yeah, man, like this could be crazy. And honestly, this, I think people are well aware that like this was supposed to happen like a little
Yes.
minute ago.
Yes. We're aware.
Um, one of those times, because it got almost booked like 3 times.
Damn.
One of those times was last year, right before Nome. They were trying
Mm.
to book this battle. It was on a card right before Nome, and I remember telling Sheed like, "Hey, bro, yeah, that don't make no sense for us because right before like we're like you want like they're gonna have us battling, and we're gonna have a great phenomenal battle, and then as soon as tomorrow comes, Loaded Lux and Rum Nitty are gonna like just erase us into oblivion. Like it's not gonna nobody's gonna give a shit, a flying shit about this battle as soon as Lux and Nitty take the stage. So
Mm.
yeah, we both decided like, yeah, we gonna push this out a little more. And then it almost got booked again. And then I think for reasons on my end, we had to push it out even further. Oh no. Because it was in Orlando, but that the hurricanes were like
Okay.
pretty
I got you.
bad at
Okay.
the.
Right.
Yes, we had to push it out again, and that's when we pushed it out to when it actually took place. But yeah, I think we both anticipated it being a classic, but man, I think it came together in a way that we didn't expect. I don't think we expected this type of reception from it.
Mm.
It really was for me like uh the maybe a day after where I realized like, damn, this might be like, you know, a classic.
Mm.
And now today I feel like, yeah, it's a classic. Like,
C word, you got a C word on it. Okay. Let me
yeah.
let me ask you, during the time of when the battles were supposed to go down, Were you ever frustrated? Were you ever like, man, you know what? This is not happening. It's too much time. Reschedule this shit. Like, let's just call it a day. Were you ever get frustrated? And
Nah,
also,
me and Sheed was one that I was like, nah, like I want this battle to go down, and I
okay.
honestly don't care when it goes down, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not willing to like let it go down in circumstances that don't do it justice. Like
Gotcha.
that was my thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about to, yeah, like first of all, I'm not about to do it like with 2 weeks prep, um, and then I'm also not about to do it like right at the right before a huge mega event. Like I'm so, but yeah. Other than that, like we could have pushed it out even further. I'm still like looking forward to that battle.
Mm. Wow. Do you feel like you're one of the best pens in battle rap? One of the best writers in battle rap?
Yeah, I feel like I'm one of them. But I know what it takes to be a great writer,
Mm-hmm.
and it fluctuates. It fluctuates. That's the thing about being the greatest writer is like
Right.
when you showcase it, you're gonna inspire the other writers, and you're gonna make them better. So it's never something that's like you're not gonna be top dog for long. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
the greatest writers inspire all the writers, and like yeah, like I'm just one performance from Klutz or JC or Sheed, Daylight. I'm one performance away from them brothers from being knocked off of the hill. Like people are feeling like that right now, but then they'll
Right.
hear, light rap, or they'll hear chiller rap, or they'll hear, yeah, you know what I mean? Like we we don't give each other nothing, like no kind of space on that hill. But I'm definitely humbled to be in the conference, to even have a chance to like in the minds of the people be on that hill fighting for the spot. Like that was like one of the accomplishments I had coming into this game, or one of the one of the accomplishments I wanted to achieve coming into this game. So
Right.
yeah, man, like it's
Mm-hmm.
a surreal feeling. And I'm sure
Wow.
she probably feels the same way, man. Like, man, she'd hit me with some of the most creative shit that I've stood in front of. The nights like this, man.
Oh, that was
They,
crazy, though. That was crazy, though, Jay. That was crazy. That was crazy. Yo, Sheed, that was wild.
yo, when he said that,
Right, right.
I'm in my mind losing my mind.
But you got a poker face, though,
And I
Jay.
remember the
You got a
first.
poker face, though. When people rap,
I had to. I had to, man. But in my mind, I'm just like, thank God
right.
this isn't in front of like 500 plus people. The way he performed it too, I
Right,
think
yeah.
people just, I don't know, I think they didn't react like that in the building too much for it, because they didn't have the angle that the viewers have. You know what I mean? But like, I'm right there front and center. So when he's like, and nights like this, I'm like, dog,
Yeah, that
this
shit was
guy's wilding right
crazy.
now.
Y'all was wilding in this battle. Who do you spar with? Out of curiosity, do you spar anybody? And when people hear your bars, are they sitting there like, dog, what the fuck?
I spar with my man Nino Bless.
Shout out Nino Bless. Nino Bless. Shout out Nino Bless.
Yeah, I spar with Saga. Um, Mad Flex. Damn, I spar with more people than that.
We got Mad Flex at a fire battle, man. That shit was just.
Mad Flex is such a great writer, man.
Yes, he is. He's fire. Yes, he is.
He's definitely one of those. He's definitely one of those that's like
underappreciated battle rappers. Yes,
oh,
Mad
for
Flex.
sure. Mad
Absolutely.
Flex, Lou Cipher, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
these guys are cut from a different cloth, man. They're like Lou Cipher is like that cloth that Sheet Happens is kind of, but Sheet Happens has more performance, but just as much creativity. Mad Flex, dude. Mad Flex, his condescension is just immaculate.
Mm.
Oh, and that reminds me of Ilmac. Ilmac is another one of
Ilmac.
those writers that's
Ilmac. Yeah. Ilmac.
yeah, one
Mm-hmm.
performance and then Ilmac will make everybody forget about me. About Ilmac is such a great writer,
Man. Mm.
man.
But you are too, brother. You are a very dope writer, man. Some of the shit you be saying, man. We say you was never a factor. This is what happens when y'all credit these rappers with permission stature for being repetitive and long sentences. Like you be, dog. I don't know how you be coming up with it, and you can tell with you, Jay, because you gotta understand something. As a blog, I've been there for a while, right? And I recap a lot of battles throughout the years, right? So with me, I have to write down bars, right, a lot. And a lot of times, listen, I'm not a rapper, right? So I can't diss nobody what they write. But with you and a few other brothers, man, it's like when you write down the shit y'all say and they're gonna read it, you're like, God damn. You can just tell you take your time with your craft. You take your time with words that you choose to write down and come up with your head. You can just tell you take your time. You can tell. As a fan, that's why I look at it. You can just tell you take your time with your bars and stuff, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, brother. Please don't
Yeah,
be
man.
ghost, man.
I'm
Please don't
very
ghost
I'm very
us.
picky.
I'm sorry. You say you're very picky?
My bad. What was that?
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. You say you're very picky?
Yeah, like I'm real picky with like what I. That's why I prefer to have like a lot of time to write because I'm very selective with like what
Right.
makes it to my rounds. You know what I mean? Like I'll draft like a couple pages and concepts of
Mm-hmm.
things and materials, but that you know I don't like feeling like I'm just settling with lines and bars. Like
Yeah.
I want every round to have a theme, like a thematic purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I want it doesn't have to be perfect,
Right.
but it has to meet a certain standard for me. And if I don't have enough time for that,
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that it's better to just call like ahead of time and be like, hey man, I need more time than this.
Mm.
But I mean, I haven't had to do that yet. I think because I just been more adamant about like, nah, I need at least a month. Like you can't give me less than a month. If you're giving me less than a month, it's not the product ain't going to be the same. The people are paying for a certain product, and if I can't provide that product, it's like I think in my opinion, it's better for me to just tell them like, hey, we don't got that right now. Like, come back in a month.
Go back in the one. Oh
We ain't
man.
got that shit.
Oh man. I'll feel you on that, Jay. Listen, when you say relax, right? Is that more of a thing where you don't want to get thrown off?
Nah, it's kind of like just a
Like
it
with Danny
happened
Myers says,
organically. Like I was battling like I was battling real name Brandon in my PGs.
uh,
And I got like a mini reaction. It was like a
okay.
reaction that it wasn't enough to call it like a room shaker, but it was enough
Mm-hmm.
to like interrupt the performance and then it just goes away. So
Mm.
in that little awkward moment, like while I was in the moment, I was thinking like it'd be awkward to just get right back to rapping after that because
Okay.
it's like one of those reactions where like one or two people react and they're just like, oh, and then it immediately goes back to silent.
Mm.
So I found that like it was just funnier and more like sonically pleasing to hear me address it and just be like, relax. Like, then it kind of like creates its own little reaction. And then I can like more it's easier for me to transition back into my rounds. Like it's more pleasing to the eyes, I think. But yeah. Relax.
Yeah, I think Danny Myers sometimes he goes, "Don't trip, don't trip." Danny goes, "Don't trip, don't trip." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And everything like that, man. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah. We got
Can you
all
be?
night.
Oh, we got all night,
all
right?
night.
We got all night. Are you gonna be more active in 2025, Jay?
For sure. For sure.
Right.
I heard that this is the last year Jay Black is doing champion.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
yeah, man. Take a shot at it, man. We'll go for the Cody this year. Because I never actively like tried to go for Cody. I think the closest I got was like I think I was maybe like number 9 or something like that. I was top 10 in like 2020, but I wasn't even thinking about no Cody. I was just, but now I think if I actually tried to shoot for it, plus I'm a little more established, so I can like be a little more selective with my battles. So I think if I was gonna go for a Cody run, this is probably the first year in my career where like it's actually attainable from that standpoint. But I'm going up against some of the greatest in the world, so the main objective that's actually in my control is to provide as many classics as I can this year. You know what I mean? Classic performances, classic battles. I don't really want to wash anybody. I mean, if that happens, well, that's their fucking fault. But I'd prefer every battle turned out like me and Sheed, like that'd be my preference.
So with that being said, your preference, right?
Yeah.
Are you more meticulous in who you plan on dancing with next? Because if you want a classic like Sheed, is it more like, okay, now I got to find out who I could have that magic moment with, like I had with Sheed?
I feel like for me, it's about ability.
Okay.
It really doesn't have to be a name for me, because like I've had classics with names that are like lower than Sheed's, and some really good battles with names that are higher than Sheed's. Like I don't think the name or the like how established they are even matters. I feel like me and Klutz, whenever that happens, will be a phenomenal battle.
Yes.
I know it's not one that looks like it on paper, but there's a lot of battles that on paper probably don't incite much excitement, but I just know what the final product is going to be like. Klutz, Loose Cypher, man, to be honest, Solo. Me and Solo would.
You Solo? Really? You Solo? Really, Jay?
I don't care what nobody says. Me and Solo would have a phenomenal battle. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Nobody can convince me otherwise.
Wow, you know what? All right. I see. Is it the way you guys come off? How you distinctive voices? How both you brothers got distinctive voices? Is that what it is for you?
Yeah, and it's the delivery. I think both of us are real creative, and when we're in a comedic bag,
the poker face.
I think it'll. Yeah. So like, I think both of our senses of humor is like deadpan kind of comedy, like, and to put that together, man, like and he's really great at saying things that like most people don't think of. My man Nino told me about this line. He said that I guess isn't on footage. He said something like, something. One of the guys said me, "I'll punch you in the stomach and make the butterflies dizzy." Like, bro. And that was back in.
That's wild.
Apparently, that was back in like.
Crazy.
That was back in like Fight Club days, man. Like when you said that, like that.
Jesus.
That type of creativity is different, man.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys, man. Like like I'm a fan of their work, and it just, yeah, I just know for a fact, like, if we step on stage together, it's gonna be one of them ones.
Mm.
I can't be convinced otherwise. But as far as when it happens, I don't know.
Mm.
It's just a matter of time.
Matter of time, brother. Okay. We said I done storm beaches with enough firepower to turn sand into glass. That's crazy, my boy. That is crazy, man. Jay, man, listen, man. You and Cheat Happens, man. This is a fire battle. URL, listen, man. Y'all throwing battles on YouTube. At some point, at some juncture, the culture won't be mad. Feel free to throw Jalen Nightwing and Sheet Happens on the tube. Trust me, the culture is not going to be mad at all. I can promise you that.
Please. I mean,
real.
Hey, I wouldn't lose no sleep. I wouldn't be angry. That sounds like a phenomenal idea, Smack.
Yes, it is, man.
But no, actually, shout out to the URL, man. I like how they did this. Like, leading up to the event, like the week of, like whoever's idea that was a fire idea. Like leading up to the event, week of, that's when they start dropping the announcements. You build everybody's excitement up, like in that week, and then the event is taking place that same week, and then the battles are dropping the very next week. I thought that was a fire promotion tactic to get people on the app, because I was seeing a lot of that in the chat. Like I was seeing a lot of that in the chat. It was like, damn, I had to get the app for this. Like I had to, there was too much. So the URL definitely did a great job, in my opinion, of this type of rollout. And I'm just glad me and she did our part to, like, make that move make sense. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to the other people on the call too. Like they did their thing too. We just did better.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'm glad you said it. I don't want to say it, but I'm glad you said it. Y'all did better. That's a fact. Y'all did better, man. Y'all did.
I'm poking fun because I called Chef Trez out while I was there. So.
Oh, you and Trez.
I want that to sting a little bit. Yeah.
I like you.
Trez be fire, man.
Yeah, you and Trez. I like
amazing.
that. Like that a lot, brother.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, man, like I said, brother, I appreciate you again, man. Y'all gave us a dope battle. This battle is fire, man. I don't watch your battle like 4 times already, man. And a couple of us media niggas, we talk about this battle on the phone. We're like, yo, this is the one right here. Across the board, a lot of us are like, yeah, this is the one right here. Jay the Night when Sheet Happens, we get behind this one. This battle's too fire. Not to talk about, not to recap, not to put out into the masses and everything like that. So it's good to see the TL showing y'all love the night of the battle. And you know what's good? What I like, Jay, is that I'm not in the building, right? So I'm like, damn, it's like that. And you read the timeline, like, shit. And then you watch the battle and lived up to what they said on Twitter. Because, Jay, respectfully, they're in the battles where they're in the building, they go crazy. And they should go up on camera. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what the hell y'all was watching. I'm sorry. Unless I'm tripping. This ain't like that. This ain't like that. Y'all gas that shit up. Something crazy. This battle? Nah.
Facts. Yeah, man. She was talking way too heavy.
Yeah.
She was talking way too. Man, I ain't gonna lie. She scared the hell out of me that week of, like, especially with y'all's interview. I'm like sitting there because I'm thinking, like, me and she gonna have a classic, but I'm probably just gonna whoop his ass. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting on too much heat, man. Like, what's he about to? You know what I'm saying? What's he about to? Like. And then y'all have y'all interview, and I'm just like, why you look so damn calm like that?
You're so confident, right?
Yeah. And then I go, and then I'm in the same spaces he's in. See, I be lurking, bro. Like I'm like they didn't even know I was listening anonymously. I'm like lurking. I'm hearing him talk to Jay Black, and he's like, Sheed, how you, Saturday. I'm like, what's going down Saturday, bro? Like, what you got over there, bro? I'm like peeking over the fence, like, what's going on? I start getting nervous, man, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I fluffed a couple of the rounds up. I'm like, let me make sure. Like, I'm sure
right.
I got it.
Right.
But let me make sure.
You know
what I'm saying?
Gotta make sure I'm on point here, right? Gotta make sure.
Shout out to Sheed, man. That boy scared the hell out of me. I was like, nah, I ain't about to play at all with him. Like, floodgates to let a lake of fire escape, man.
Dang. Yo. All right. My brother, I appreciate you as always, man. I appreciate you giving us a fire battle, man.
Man, I appreciate you as media, man. Like, you're one of the medias that, like, the culture needs, man. Like, you definitely do the culture a service, man. And I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate that, brother. My brother, peace and love, man. I appreciate you, King.
Absolutely, man. I'll see y'all soon, man.
Already, man. Shout out to my brother